looks good.
Are we streaming?
Can you? Okay, yeah, I can see you.
We're streaming. Okay. So everybody's here. One is presuming. You can hear the dulcet tones of Betsy's cello being tuned in the background. She will join me shortly.
Okay.
So, yeah, make sure that... Is the camera tilted?
Just a minute.
Am I straight? Are any of us straight? That's a dangerous question. Don't ask that in general conversation anymore. Get you in trouble. Are we perfect now?
Can you hear me now? Good.
Can you hear me now? Do. Here we are. Friday Frivolity.
Friday Frivolity.
Friday Frivolity. Okay, we got a Betsy now too. See, I've told you. I said she was going to be at my show, and she is. So we got a few songs, and I am doing better, by the way. Let me just catch you up on everything. As of today, I was officially discharged from needing any more in-home visits from the med techs. So I'm on my own now to build up the strength in my legs and start doing stuff. And I got a little stationary bike, and I've got some weight lifts for my ankles, and I go for walks with my pups, and all is good. So I'm making progress, and dancing not so much yet, but give me another month or two. We'll see what happens. So that's to catch you up on the Lake Wobegon, as it were. And so are we ready to do a show? Okay. We're just having fun here. This is just, it's my Friday afternoon. So, right up the street we've got these. So I don't feel too alone, because being here in Redmond, Washington, and not in the middle of a farm, sometimes I miss my animals. Sometimes I miss my kids. But right up the street we've got a friend who has chickens. So he's got chickies in the house up there. So in honor of the chickies in the house next door, we'll do chickies in the house for you. You gotta start it off for us, my dear.
that was great.
Our one and only audience member, Sancy Sloan. Oh, and don't forget Ariel. Yeah, Ariel liked it too. Okay, well that's good.
Sorry.
Get the cat's approval.
That's a new way to play it, Betsy.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh my God, you should see the tip on that thing. Look at it. You could kill somebody with that.
Yeah, they let her on to play with that. Go figure.
I was
We'll put you on with a
chasing
pair
the
of nail
cello
clippers.
across the floor. That apparently I need to vacuum. That rubber tip was not holding. And I'm like... Alrighty, sorry.
No worries.
Seatbelt back on again. Otherwise I
Buckle
really
your
would have
seatbelt.
lost the cello. Right.
All right. So the next couple tunes we're doing actually are on the newest album of mine, the Dream Tunes and Dragon Tales, and Betsy got to play on those songs with me on that album. So I figured, well, that's a couple good tunes we can do together here. So this is one of the Dragon songs that I have, and it's about a mean one. I'm old school, you know. It's like, all right. So are we ready? While small things around me creep, there's no need to atone. You're all merely sowing what I reap. Dragon of the try to pray, shun my beck and call, but I will have my way. You're human after all. I control your fears, I control your endless sleep, whispering in your ears. Puny mortal souls are mine for keeping to my own. While small things around me creep, there's no need to atone. You're all merely sowing what I reap. Dragon of the
You're getting lots of compliment on your hair. It is down. I've never seen it down. It's so telling me.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you guys like it. I figured it was about time to do something a little different.
Ariel does too.
Ariel likes it, okay. So this is another one of the songs that Betsy helps me on the album, and That last song was written for a LARPing game that a friend of mine designed and had me write songs for. That was one of the characters in it, one of the evil NPs. And one of the actual players, she wanted me to write songs for the players that were in the game. And one of the players is an immortal. So I wrote this one for that character, and I just kind of came up with a little melody that never seemed to stop. And I thought, well, that's a good way to write a song for immortals. A tune that never quite wants to end. So, called Immortal's Lament. That we have both been through. Minutes turn to years, flowing fast as tears. Looking through this flood, biting lip till I taste blood. Must it always be those I love who die instead of being me, living on in spite? It's always such a fight, each and every breath, always cheating death. I still feel pain, it's enough to drive a man insane. Yet I still see all the things that should be done by those like me, doing what I can, facing off that howl the hearts of man, fighting for the light, doing what is right. Ever here, guarding those who I hold dear. Never free, I am chained to time, and time is chained to me, spinning on and on as I watch setting sun and rising light of dawn. Stars fall from the sky, yet I still can't die. If you pierce my arm, it will not be lasting long. If I drown at sea, when you walk the shore in time, you will find me standing by your side with a smile. There's nowhere you can hide. I will still be here every eternity. I watch the world as its fate slowly becomes unfurled. Each rock and tree turn to dust until at last there is only me, breathing in the dark, all alone, knowing that the gods have left their mark, burning in my soul. I must play my role. Can my prayers yet be heard? Can I turn the wind when once it stirred? Do I still hold the key to protect the world from ending without me? Isn't that pretty? She did a pretty job on that. She get the album. Just
Everybody likes your outfit, Betsy. And your hat. Yeah.
All right. So if there's any waltzers out there, any dancers, this is the moment. This is when the moment when you grab your bestest best friend or the cat or the dog or whoever's a willing partner. We got a waltz for you. So. The swirling of dresses and the scuffing of shoes. choose? Should my hair be in tresses? What tie do I choose? As the hall fills with dancers and the strings start to sound, we will take that first step and we won't touch the ground. For there's only the music that plays on and on. Yes, there's only the music, the heartaches and all. We can stand close together while the world dances by, 'cause there's only the music between you and I. Yes, there's only the music between you and I. Head on a shoulder, an arm round a waist. If the weather gets colder, we both will be braced for whatever the trouble. We still have a chance if we hold hands together and take time to dance. And there's only the music that plays on and on. Yes, there's only the music, the heartaches are gone. If we can stand close together while the world dances by, 'cause there's only the music between you and I. Yes, there's only the music between you and I. Dance for me, Betsy. To ending, as dancers we're bound with the memories like treasures, all safe in their vaults. When we hear the last measures, we'll dance the grand waltz out. There's only the music that plays on and on. Yes, there's only the music, the heartaches are gone. We can stand close together while the world dances by, 'cause there's only the music between you and I. Yes, there's only the music that plays on and on. Yes, there's only the music, the heartaches are gone. We can stand close together while the world dances by, 'cause there's only the music between you and I. Yes, there's only the music between you and I. That's my favorite one with you.
That is so much fun. People are dancing.
Yay! Poor cat. I apologize to all the pets in the room. Oh, well, as invigorating as this all is, I am still somewhat a little on the compromised end of things, so I'm really only good for about half an hour to 45 minutes. So I'll give you one more song, and then I'll call it a night, but I'll see you next week, because I kind of like this little Friday Twitch thing. If it's working for everybody else, it's certainly working for me. And this is a good time to tell you, for Sansi to hit the exclamation tip pot.
I did.
Oh, you did already.
Bunches of times.
You're awesome.
Hey, that's what I do.
And what I'm going to tell you is, for those of you that haven't tipped, because there are some people that have tipped in advance for the whole month. You guys are good. But for anybody else throwing in money today, go ahead and keep in mind that it's one of my secret ways of paying Betsy back. I didn't tell her I was going to pay half of the funds today to her. I'm going to anyway, so can't do anything about it now.
It's out there.
It's out there. I got to keep to my word now. See how sneaky I am? Yeah, because she's a darling. I'll tell you, she has kept us alive now for a year and a half in her house and on her property, and we would have been hurting a lot if we didn't have such a good friend to rescue us in a time of need. And we're not talking just Sancy and me, we're talking pit bulls and cats and everything else. So puppies, yeah. So, but thank you guys for coming, and thank you for helping us out. I know every week there's some of you that are out there every single week for me, and thank you, I appreciate it. And like I said, if you don't have it, you don't have to, because I'm kind of doing this for everybody else too. That's the thing, is if you throw me money, you throw us money, that's great because it's helping us because we're not working. But if you don't have it to throw, then we're helping you, because hopefully we're making you smile, and that's the one thing I know I can do. So, all right. So this song should make you smile. Somebody said something about this being their theme song right now. I'm not sure how that works, but you know, this is actually a theme song. Well, it's a biographical song for a friend of mine, for Carl the Troll. And Carl the Troll, I can tell you the true story, because usually at Ren Fairs I tell the fairy tale of it. But the true story of this is that Carl was a fantastic actor, and he played a troll at the Renaissance Fair. He was an ex-Marine, so he had a funny sense of humor and a very large sense of bravery. There were many times that Carl the Troll, in his costume, would do various non-troll things. Well, they were very troll things, but they were more like ex-Marine things, like helping damsels in distress when they were being harassed by scary guys that followed them backstage, or the one time where somebody was, before it was legal in the state of Washington, someone was selling cannabis at the fair. And someone saw them, and they yelled, "Stop that man!" And the guy takes off running down the merchant's aisles, and I don't know where he heard it, I don't know how he knew, but the next thing is from out of the tents comes this flying troll who lands on top of the dealer and sits on him until the local constabulary can take him away. So this is Carl the Troll. And true to the story of this, Carl the Troll liked to fight in the SCA. And there's a big battle, they call it the Grand Melee. And in the Grand Melee, everybody fights and pops each other on the head until you're all dead except for one. And whoever is the last person standing wins the Grand Melee. They usually get knighted, or they get to be king, or something like this. Well, here's this Grand Melee, an SCA event. Carl is fighting it. And sure enough, at the end of the day, there are fallen bodies of enemies everywhere. Carl is the last one standing. And he has his double-headed silver axe, and he flashes it into the sky and goes, "Ha-ha, I'm the last one standing." And he goes to throw a girl over his shoulder and take her back off to the tent. And his troll wife says, "Carl, you don't look well. Put her down. You might need some rest." He says, "No, I'm good. I know what I'm doing." Well, it turns out that in truth, that battle stirred the heart of the great storm god Odin. And Odin looked down upon Carl the Troll that night and said, "What a magnificent warrior. Valkyries, bring me the troll." And that very evening, as he stepped into his tent, he had a heart attack. And the Valkyries took him before the ambulance could get him to the hospital. So that is the true story of Carl the Troll. And I always sing this song, and I always think fondly of him, because his example is a great one. He was fearless. He was never afraid to do the right thing, and would put his whole heart and body behind it. So, for Carl the Troll and anyone else that's out there being brave today, a lot of our nurses and doctors and drivers and grocery workers, you guys are all being brave. You're all doing the right thing. So, be sure for those of you that aren't doing that job, be kind and thank them. And remember that they're scared to death coming to work every day.
Keep your 6 feet.
Keep your 6 feet distance. Smile and give 6-foot hugs. So here's Carl the Troll's song. Are we ready? There's a troll in Valhalla beneath the bright rainbow bridge. He jumps out and scares you if you're close to the ridge. Just give him a kiss or a fierce fighting grin. He'll offer you treats and then welcome you into Valhalla, where the Valkyrie sings, where the Aelons are full and the horses have wings. Valhalla, it's a warrior's goal. He's the hero of children and the bane of king's men. He breaks regulations again and again. If you're weak-willed or lazy, or your heart is not true, then you meet with his axe, and you'll never get through to Valhalla, where the Valkyrie sings, where the acorns are full and the horses have wings. Valhalla, it's a warrior's goal to fight fearlessly, lustily, and pay off the troll. When the music starts up and the Stormfather sings, the troll gets his dulcimer covered in strings, which he beats with a hammer till the wind flies apart. Oh, the sound isn't pretty, but it comes from the heart. Valhalla, where the Valkyrie sings, where the acorns are full and the horses have wings. Valhalla, it's a warrior's goal to fight fiercely, love lustily, and pay off the troll. Scoundrels, he'll terrorize thieves, he'll take down the peddlers of poisonous leaves. You can't bribe him with gold, or with jewels, or with pearls, but I hear he's a thing for those blonde, pretty girls in Valhalla. Live your life to its fullest, till your time is at hand, and the Valkyrie carries you far from this land. Let your foes, friends, and lovers be many and great, so when you meet the troll, he will open the gates to Valhalla, where the Valkyrie sings, where the acorns are full and the horses have wings. Valhalla, it's a warrior's goal to fight fiercely, love lustily, and pay off the troll in Valhalla, where the Valkyrie sings, where the acorns are full and the horses have wings. Valhalla, it's a warrior's goal to fight fiercely, love lustily, and pay off the troll. There's a troll in Valhalla.
Talk about your Patreon.
Oh, yeah. Just so as you know, yes, there is that too. I have to mention all these things. Thank you, Betsy, first off, for joining me
Thank you for
today.
having me.
And Betsy has a Patreon. I have a Patreon. That's another good way to get helping on supporting us, because there again, like I say to folk, it's not what you donate, it's how many of you donated. I mean, I'm trying to get all of my 3,000 fans on Facebook to just send me $1. If they did that once a month, I could do this full time and never worry about a thing. So that's the idea. But get on the Patreon for $1 or more if you like. I always try to do some song or something. Right now it's a little bit harder to do songs, but we're doing puppet shows and fun things like that right now. But as soon as I get back, I'm unable to sit down. That's my problem, is right now it's hard for me to sit for any length of time. I've got a sciatica acting up along with my leg replacement, so sitting down is a pain in the butt, literally. But hopefully I'm going to get that fixed soon, and I'll be back in the studio doing some serious work and getting some more stuff put out for you guys. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'll be back next week, Twitch, and we'll see you then. And until then, be good and
Would you like to say a few words too?
Did you want to?
They're
You
going,
guys-
hey Betsy.
Hey Betsy, give Betsy applause. I'm listening. Let me hear you.
Yeah, they were the hi Betsy.
All right, so we'll see you guys some other time. Thank you so much for coming, and be good to yourselves, and be good to the rest of the world right now, because that's all we've got is ourselves right now. People are starting to get even naughtier than they were last week. So let's just keep ourselves on the up and up, and let them be naughty somewhere else. let's not encourage them, shall we? All right, you guys have a good one. Stay safe, wash your hands, and we'll talk at you later. Good night.